that you picked up an apron on your way in. If not, you may do so now. You should be working on your bell work. The first question, what would happen if we mix Mentos with soda and write what you predict there? And then what would happen if you ate a roll of Mentos and drank a 20-ounce soda? Write your prediction there. Okay, so let's start with the first question. What would happen if we were to mix Mentos with soda? Does anyone have a prediction that they'd like to share? Linda?
It would fizz.
It would fizz, that's one. Omar?
The soda would erupt and explode.
The soda will erupt up. Any other predictions about Mentos and Diet Coke mixed together? So it would fizz, it would erupt,
It would foam.
it would foam. Okay. Those are all good predictions. Now for the second one, what would happen if you ate a roll of Mentos and drank a 20-ounce soda? What would our predictions be? Since you've already told me the predictions of what you would think Mentos and soda would do together, what do you think a prediction would be to eat the Mentos and drink the soda? Carlos?
Your mouth would begin to feel the presence of foam.
Okay, so your mouth would feel the presence of foam. Helena? What do you think would be a prediction? What did you write down for your prediction?
I put that the chemical reaction will cause it to fizz inside the body.
Inside your body? Where exactly inside your body? In your esophagus? Okay. Any other predictions? Let's hear what Victoria wrote down. What did you write down for your prediction?
That the reaction will still occur in your stomach.
It would occur in the stomach. So she's saying esophagus, she's saying it would occur in the stomach. He's saying also the mouth, correct? Yes, ma'am.
Indigestion couldn't be processed correctly.
I'm sorry?
Indigestion wouldn't be processed.
Very good, very good. So she's saying it wouldn't be processed correctly. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? How would it not process correctly? What do you think would happen? What would be involved? The acids in your stomach would react to the...
The Mythbusters are going to have a blast.
The most common theory about what's going on in this reaction between the candy and the soda is what's called nucleation. Basically, the idea is that the surface of the candy is covered with microscopic pits and lots of more surface area than you can actually see. And each little pit, each little corner provides what's called a nucleation site, or a place where a carbon dioxide bubble can form and escape.
Look at a Mentos close up, and it's like the surface of the moon. And that might be the candy key. Drop one in coma, and every tiny crater provides a site where a CO2 molecule can change to gas. Because Mentos are so pitted, the theory is that millions of CO2 bubbles are formed in a very short space of time. And because the candy sinks, and this rapid release of gas happens at the bottom of the cola, you get that famous fountain. To test this nucleation theory, they're going to start with a control. One regular mint Mentos dropped in soda water. And sure enough, it gets the bubbly party started.
Okay, so most of your predictions were correct. When we add Mentos and Diet Coke together, it will have a reaction. What type of reaction would you say that would be? What would you classify that reaction as? Arnold, what would you say that type of reaction would be classified as?
An explosion.
An explosion?
Yeah,
Okay.
from the bottom.
I'm sorry,
From the
okay.
bottom.
Explosion from the bottom of the bottle? Is that what you said? Okay, good. Alize? A chemical reaction. Okay, good job. And why would you determine that it would be a chemical reaction with what you saw right now? Because it fizzes up. So she's concluding that because it fizzes up, she feels it's a chemical reaction. Is there anyone that disagrees or that wants to add to what Alize has to say? How many of you disagree with what Alize has to say? So everyone in here thinks it's a chemical reaction, correct? Okay. So let's see what chemical and physical actually mean. So physical, chemical, and energy changes in digestion. We've been studying this all this week. We've been looking at TEAC 7.6, discussing matter and energy. The student, you, knows that matter has physical and chemical properties and can undergo physical and chemical changes. So we've been studying about physical and chemical changes. So we're going to review a couple of things that we looked at this week. You're right. It did fizz up. Did it go up? No. Did it have the same impact that it did in the video? No. Why do you think that is? Yes. Go ahead. I'm sorry? It has less what? Right. There's less Coke and 1 Mentos, correct? Less Coke. Do we see the importance on volume, on how much we should put onto the items? So if my instructions say only 30 milliliters, we should only put 30 milliliters, okay? It is really important for the safety in this class that you only put the amounts that I have here.
Those are just current dots with the tip.
And so do you think it's physical or chemical? Is there anyone else needing baking soda? The milk one. On this experiment, would you say it's physical or chemical? Why?
Because the subject is like made everything.
Very good. Good job. Why should we learn about chemical and physical changes happening within us, in our bodies? And we talked about several during the digestive system. Why is this important?
If you're sick and you have a case of diabetes or diabetes,
Good job. Okay, there's one. What's another one?
or like when you're lab and you like mix with chemicals and so like by trying to drink it, you shouldn't drink it.
Right, so you can know the consequences. Very good. We wouldn't want to put some of this stuff in our bodies, correct? What about medication? What about medication? Have we ever seen this on medication? Have you ever wondered, I wonder why I can't be in the sunlight for a long time? I wonder why I have to eat it on a full stomach or on an empty stomach. Why? Well, some medicines are very, very harmful to your stomach lining. So what they tell you to do, you add a cushion, like drinking milk. They'll say drink milk. The milk does what to the cup when you did it? It coats it, right? The milk coats the lining, so it still looks kind of foggy. So that's what it does when it goes into your stomach. It coats it first, and then you're able to take that medicine. On some of them, which if it might be for something for cancer, where they really want it to go in there, they're going to ask you to do it on an empty stomach. They want it to go into the bloodstream quickly.